Greece now, where the Conservative Party has won the national elections. Hailing his party's big victory, the Prime Minister has come out and said that this was nothing short of a political earthquake. But he fell short of a threshold needed to form government on its own, making a runoff election in a month more likely. 40.8% votes was what the Conservative Party won. It has now taken democracy to a commanding lead. But the radical leftist party, which jolted about 20.1%, they governed the country from 2015 to 2019. Now, the Greek president will give 3 days to the top three parties to form a coalition government. If they fail, a caretaker government will be appointed to prepare for a new election. The result will see a stunning boost for the sitting Prime Minister, whose administration had to contend with a wiretapping scandal as well, the COVID pandemic and the cost of living crisis, a deadly rail crash as well. Here's all that's transpired in the country.
Victory in the country's parliamentary election. Greece's ruling New Democracy Party claimed victory in the country's parliamentary election on Sunday, but fell just short of an absolute majority to form a government on its own. In Athens, Greek Prime Minister and New Democracy leader Kyriakos Mitsotakis called the vote decisive. The result was a stunning boost for Mitsotakis, who is seeking a second term and has had to contend with a wiretapping scandal, a cost of living crisis, and a deadly rail crash in February that triggered public outrage. Sunday's vote was a blow to opposition leader Alexis Tsipras, the country's former prime minister, who called the result, quote, particularly negative for his Syriza party, and said he contacted Mitsotakis to congratulate him on his victory. On Monday, Greece's president will give the three main parties 3 days each to form a coalition government. If they all fail, the president will appoint a caretaker government to prepare new elections about a month later.
I'm proud, I'm also touched, as I feel the heavy responsibility that has been placed on my shoulders by such an impressive percentage. I pledge that I'll work even harder in order to honor your trust. The dynamic of the result is more than clear. Citizens want a strong government with a horizon of a 4-year term, with bolder changes, so that we can cover the lost ground that separates us from Europe even faster. The ballot results are decisive. They show that the new democracy has the approval of the people to rule, strong and autonomous. That is what voters asked for today. And they asked it in an emphatic and absolute way. But they also asked us for something more, to move faster on the road of bold reforms. A government that truly believes in reforms is needed, but also to be able to implement them, and this, of course, cannot take place with fragile numbers nor uncertain parliamentary alliances. True to my commitments, as of tomorrow, I will follow all the procedures according to the Constitution, but steadfastly maintaining my opinion that the mathematics of simple proportional representation will result in political bargaining, which eventually ends in a deadlock. The election result was particularly negative for Syriza. A short while ago, I contacted Mr. Mitsotakis and I congratulated him on his victory. Battles have wins and losses. Our collective organs will meet imminently to take the stock of the result. The electoral cycle has not yet ended, in view of the fact that it's very possible there'll be a second election, therefore we don't have the luxury of time. We must immediately make those changes needed to wage the next electoral battle on the best possible terms. I want to thank from the heart the hundreds of thousands of civilians who have supported us with their vote, and mainly the thousands of members and friends of Syriza who gave this difficult election fight.